everyone, Steve Watkins, CEO of LifeScape, with another edition of Team LifeScape. Today we have Becky with us, and she's going to walk us through the hospital. Becky, could you do me a favor and just do a little introduction to the team members here as to who you are and what your position is?
Sure. Hi, I'm Becky Wiltshire. I'm the director for our specialty hospital. I'm also the director of nursing for all of our children's services. This is my 31st year here at LifeScape.
That's pretty cool. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
With the specialty hospital, we have 18 beds in the hospital. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but the level of care that we do here at the hospital is pretty amazing. These kids are fairly complex in terms of the medical needs that they have. Can you talk a little bit to the audience as to who these kids are?
Sure. So we serve patients anywhere from birth to age 21 in our hospital. The unique thing about our hospital is that these patients need to have a medical need only to be served and meet criteria for us to help them. They could come in, they could have trach, vent-dependent babies, premature. We serve patients that have genetic disorders, anywhere from injuries, illnesses where they need our inpatient rehab services, anywhere from an accident, a TBI, stroke, any of those types of conditions. We help to serve those patients.
So it's safe to say that the kiddos that you'll see in the hospital here have some pretty fairly significant complexities of care that they need and which you guys deliver every day.
Yes, most of our patients that you'll meet will have a variety of medical equipment that is just kind of part of where they're at in their stay. If you look at some of our vent-dependent babies, the goal is to get rid of some of that medical equipment and get them home to their families.
The biggest goal is always to get the child back to their parents.
Yes.
Absolutely. So could you tell us a little bit, we introduced everybody to the therapy district last time in the various section that we did. Can you talk to us a little bit about how the hospital will interact with the new therapy district?
So the therapy district is going to serve all of our patients in the hospital. It's going to especially impact those in our inpatient rehab program, as kind of, when we go through the hospital, you can see our private rooms, which will be designated for our inpatient rehab, is kind of connected. You can take a walkway right to the therapy district. So that'll be nice for families and patients to have that access, and for therapists when they come to get their patients. We also will have therapy sites inside of the hospital as well that our therapists will utilize.
Okay, thanks Becky for all that great information on our kiddos and the complexities that we serve. Let's take a minute now and go into the hospital, and we can talk about some of the really cool features that we have in the hospital.
Sounds great.
The first stop on the tour of the hospital is behind us is the new nurses station. Becky's going to take just a couple minutes to tell us about some of the new things that we brought into the station that'll make it best in class. Becky?
Sure. So the nurses station is designed to care for the patients that are in our double rooms. We have 4 double rooms to meet the needs of 8 patients then. We'll have our more medically complex, vent-dependent patients in these rooms. Across from the nurses station, we have an activity area that is geared towards our children that are ages 5 and under. This nurses station will serve those patients in these double rooms, which will typically be our patients that are vent-dependent, so 5 and under. This room will give a line of sight from the nurses station so that patient care technicians or nursing staff are able to see patients doing their play activities, volunteer groups, whatever that may be, just increasing that safety measure for those patients.
Say Becky, one of the things that we also want to talk about at the nurses station was the new patient monitoring system. Can you talk a little bit more about that as well?
So those double rooms with our most medically complex patients will have the ability to monitor them at the nurses station. So those 4 doubles, each patient will have a monitor bedside that we can also see at the nurses station, so we can respond to alarms, all those things much quicker with that monitor at the nurses station.
Another new feature is our touchdown area. Becky, could you tell us some of the things that the touchdown area is in addition to what we have already?
Yeah, so outside of our patient rooms, we have spots available for staff, whether it's a patient care tech, nursing staff, respiratory therapy. It's a space where they can sit down, do some charting, do observations of the patients, as you'll be able to see into 2 rooms from that location, again increasing that line of sight and safety measures for our patients.
Meanwhile, not having to go in and actually bother the patient all the time.
Correct.
Another feature that we brought to the specialty hospital, thanks to some of the peers and their suggestions, was a flow-through cabinet. Becky's going to walk us through how these function.
So the cabinets were designed so that you can use medical equipment or personal care equipment, however we decide to stock these, but you can stock them from the outside and grab them from the inside so that you're again not having to disturb the patient if you need to stock your supplies. The bottom will be used for either soiled linen, soiled clothing, isolation gear, whatever that may be. But the idea again was to keep all your supplies stocked without having to bother patients during their time of recovery.
We've just arrived in a new patient room, and we have some best-in-class practices that Becky's going to tell us about.
So this is one of our single patient rooms. Each head of the bed is going to have a patient wall, which will have our medical gases, oxygen, medical air, and then the suction available for all of our patients. We also will have shelves and different brackets and baskets for all their medical equipment. Any type of equipment that they need throughout the day can be bedside. Then we have above each bed, we'll have a patient lift. So that is something that will be loved by all of our staff when we go to moving our patients from bed to different equipment into the bathrooms.
Okay, another feature that we're going to call out today is the children's activity space. Can you tell us just a little bit more about all the good things that will be going on here?
Sure, so this space is going to be open, again, that line of sight for nursing staff and patient care staff to see the patients, but it'll offer tables and chairs for their meals. If you have family members, if you're going to have a birthday party, volunteer groups, just a big open space that offers more activity time.
And finally, we're going to show you the new schoolroom. Not every specialty hospital has a classroom. We're going to let Becky tell you a little bit about what happens here.
So all of our school-age children and inpatient rehab, depending on their level of educational need, will come to this classroom, which is located right in our specialty hospital, so that we can meet all of their medical needs throughout their school day. And nursing staff are right here on the same floor in case of a medical emergency or for anything medical that the patient may need while they're in their school day.
We can basically shut down the hospital and still continue to perform. So like in an event like COVID, that kind of thing, we'd still be able to keep these kids educated and safe.
Yeah.
Excellent. And next month, we'll get a chance to show you the specialty school. Remember, you can submit your questions by visiting the link and clicking on Submit Questions About New Campus. Don't forget to celebrate your Team LifeScape spirit each month. Winners receive a $25 voucher to the online employee apparel store.
And that's your Team LifeScape update.
Did you hear it?
It makes you kind of feel like,
All medical tools.
The technical word for it is
And this is my 31st year here with LifeScape.
That's
Amazing.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you started when you were 9. Welcome back. We're now back into the back-to-back.
But have you cut the welcome back?
You can't. It's
Now
my
we're in
line.
a room. You already used it.
Well, we're back again.
Therapy district. So that'll be nice for families and patients to have that access, and for therapists when they.
Are you supposed to be in there? Blooper.
Excellent. We're going to tour the specialty hospital next month. Stay tuned.
Education.
Oh, that was wrong.